Welcome aboard, Captain. Power restored. All primary systems online.
Hello everyone, I'm back after a long delay. I apologize for that, and the reason being, as I've mentioned in my previous video, is that we are having a serious heat wave down here in the south, and it's very difficult to do videos at night. Well, during the day. I work during the day, so I can't do those during that time, but most of the time it's not easy to do videos because I have to turn my AC off and my room starts getting very hot very quickly. Luckily we had a storm today and it's a little cooler, a little bit. Just the other day we had 104 degrees, so it's not fun. So I could do about 30 minutes and then I start sweating. It's not good. Anyway, after 4 or 5 days of no videos, and I know I've seen your comments saying, "Where are you? Where'd you go?" I'm still here, but we've also had a lot of bugs too in the game, and I didn't want to do a video when we had so many issues. Luckily, they've all been taken care of. Like for instance, okay, I made a new base. Is that fixed? Oh, they fixed it! Yay! I'll show you what I was talking about in a minute. I actually tried to do a video last night. Had a problem with my microphone. Well, it was a setting in my Windows. I had my loudness equalization put on, and it was making my voice really dim. I could hardly hear myself. It sounds stupid. Redid it. This is my redo of that. But we had a lot of bugs during this week, and when they were putting new stuff in. One of the bugs was dealing with, like, the doorway here. The walls around the door were missing, and all you had is a floating door in the middle. That was pretty fun. The whole plate was out here by this line where instead of on the wall, so when you're outside you can see through. There's really some wild stuff going on. Up there, my little observation platform, the glass L-bends were twisted, the floor and the ceiling, so it looked like they were broken, like you can walk right out the side, but they were actually still solid. It's just the textures themselves were twisted around. Luckily that's been fixed. The floating text here on the locker's been fixed now. A lot of little bugs that have been finally equalized. There's still a bunch of issues, and I'll cover them as we're going along here. But the big update is next week, probably either Wednesday or Thursday, they're planning. So we'll see. All these goodies that you see in my base, like the observatory and the glass corridors there, and the glass L-bends up there. And here, I'll take you up top. There, we're up top. These glass L-bends. The generic room, which is down there, I'll take you in there in a minute. And the moon pool. They will all be released next week, including a couple of other things. I don't think the different power modules will be out yet, the generators and stuff, because we're still having issues with those. Just the solar panels seem to be working properly right now. I wonder if did they fix the... Yep, they seem to be fixed properly now. Yay! But it's like yesterday. You can walk here, and this floor here was twisted out that way, and the same with the roof. So it looked like you can just walk right out and fall into the water. But it was the room was still solid. It was still shaped just like you see it. It's just the floor and the ceiling were aimed outwards. So it's pretty wild. Now I'll take you to the new area, and to do so, we open the door. I had to close the door just to do that for you. Welcome to the generic room. I'm not sure if we can still deconstruct them yet. There's a bug going on with the deconstruction of the generic rooms. I'm not sure. I have to test that later and see. Actually, I can. Well, I don't. Well, I could do that. I could show you that. You can stack them as high as you want, and you can put a ladder in the middle. That's the only place right now. They are working on these areas. You see, these 4 areas, 4 ladders in the future, and hopefully very near future, because it will be good to have that option instead of just here in the middle. We have an issue with the windows. Inside, they have a slight glaze to them. That's fine, but they're causing this grayness out here in the landscape. It's really making everything look ugly. And you look out there, it looks like everything's got a pollution to it. When you come over here and look through the observatory or other windows, see, everything looks crystal clear and normal looking. And that's how the windows in the generic room should look. But they don't. I've already made a card on that. Pretty much any bug I find, I make cards on Trello, so I'm probably the most proliferate card maker. We got the bench, but we can't sit on them yet. See, there's no option. You can just, it just says bench. Normally, it would probably say to sit, left click, you know, but not yet. But I put one in place anyway. And I put my workbench in here. Going up, look what we have here! A working aquarium. There's an issue with the fish. You can put 8 fish into it. Your choice. It could be anything you want, other than big creatures. But every 17 seconds, they all come to a slowdown. See, here, watch. Right about there. See, they all just went into a crawl, and then they speed back up again. It's odd. They just added these bubbles that you see coming up, which is cool, because somebody was mentioning, how are they getting oxygen? Yeah, so they added that in there. If you want to add fish to it, you just click on it, then you have your slots. And you can transfer fish out just as easily as putting back in. So you can take all of them out and put whatever you want in. I need to do some rock grubs. I'll take some of these out and put some rock grubs in there eventually. Give a little light at night. A little light at night. What's funny though is you can actually put an aquarium right here in the middle of the room and then build a ladder up to another floor, or another stack generic, and the ladder will be right inside the aquarium. Yes, it's a bug. It's already, one of the other playtesters has already reported it. I think his name was Engage. Now, through this hallway, we enter the forbidden zone. We can't go this way. Sorry. No. Over here is the moon pool. As you can see, it's already got a Seamoth in it. Another issue that had been going on for a while with all these new rooms is each time you add a hallway onto it, like in this case, attaching this... Ooh, got some Z fighting going on here. See the flickering texture? Each time you add a hallway onto something like the generic room or whatever, it causes this issue where you're missing panels around the doorway. And that's all the others have been fixed except for this one. The moon pool only has 2 connection points. One over there, see that wall, that discolored wall? That you can put a entrance there and an entrance here. There's no you can't rotate the pool at this time. It's coming. They want to do it, but it won't be in this update. They say it's a little tough to do. I don't know all about it, but here's the moon pool interior. We got the water churning, although technically I don't see why the water would look like that. It would be clear just as normal. The only time it would look like that if something was causing a lot of splashing and then creating white foam on top. So there's no reason for it to look like that. The only time it would show that texture is when the Seamoth drops down and causes, you know, ripples and splashing in it. But the other day the arms here weren't attached properly, but that was just fixed, which is good. Still, that one right there, these 2 back arms are clipping into the body of them. Right there, you can see part of it's clipped in. The animation is working here, and I'll show you. Although there is an issue with the hands on the steering wheel, which you'll see in a minute. See, my hands are not gripping the steering wheel, and now they do. But that same issue also happens with the Cyclops. but it's a little jittery in that one. So actually, I'll go here. I'll show you. Oh, wait. Yeah, okay. It doesn't have one. That's good. I thought I had parked one in there. Wait a minute. Did I park one in here? Huh. I could have sworn I had a sea moth in here. Hey, you open up. Let's see what happens.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Well, they might have fixed that one. Still got this issue with the sea moth becoming black at night. Same with this door frame and the top of the fabricator here and the hull plate. And this new problem going on with the Cyclops window. Both day and night you have this really ugly dark hue to it. It's really detracting from the look of the world through the front window. And yes, I've made a Trello card. What's that? Must be vertical sync issue. Let's see what happens when I drop. Actually, let's just go to the daytime. Hell with this. Going down. Actually, that's hard to tell. I thought I put daytime on. Oh, wait a minute. I know why. I forgot to turn my information on.
Systems online.
And now we do have a new cheat ability, and it's very handy, really. Fast build. If you put that in, it builds everything just in a blink of an eye. That's really cool. So let's go back to day. I want to see what happens when it goes into the ship here. Make sure this issue is fixed. Yes, it is. All right. Well, that's good. So it's only dealing with the moon pool at this time. Oh, no, it's not. My hands weren't on the steering wheel there. Okay, the juddering. The juddering's gone, but the hands are still not gripping the steering wheel. Good to know, good to know. But there's the interior. So you can put windows and reinforcements anywhere on your various sides of your generic base. Let's go. We now have supports, although I'm not sure why this one is missing. I didn't yesterday when I built my what's going on here? Oh, that's a light. Yesterday when I built my moon pool, there were no supports. I just added them today, but I'm not exactly sure why there's one missing. All the other ones showed up. I'll definitely have to post a report on that.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
There's this weird sound effect when you come out of the sea moth, though. It sounds like rubber. I'm not sure why it makes this like this type sound. It's really strange. When the moon pool was first put into the game a couple of days ago, this yellow handrail, there are two of them, one right here and on the other side as well. They took it off because it was just a little too tight of a squeeze when you come through here, and it didn't seem logical. Really, this walkway is too small. It should come out to about where that line is right there, where my reticle's aiming. It's a little too small. You never get a wheelchair up it. But you can jump into the water for the moon pool, and you can come up here and click on the stairs and climb right back up. Let's see if they fixed the clipping. Nope, you can still see through it. And you can put solar panels on top of. See, I'll show you here. Hold on. There's a slight issue though. You notice that they're floating. The little support rod is not attached. So, but you can, when you put one on top of the generic room, which for some reason is not allowing me to do that now. Why? The other day this was pretty cool. Oh, it did cause an issue though. See the energy line? It cuts through the entire environment. So look down to my left there, and you see the foundation, the line is going straight to it. So if you put it'll literally cut through the entire generic base. So you have this big white energy line going through. I think they took it off from being able to do that because of that reason for now. In the near future, it will be able to hopefully put a solar panel back up here on the top, because it's a great place to have them instead of just down here on the foundation. As you see, I have two of them. They're energy lines. For some reason, they're going into the base here. Oh no, that one's going into the ground. But everything that's going on is pretty cool. I don't think I've ever showed you this. Oh, look! You can put your hand through the door. Did I ever show you that? No, I don't think so. But I'm going to close this door. Actually, I do need to do this test here, and I'll show you what I'm about to do. And I'll turn on my things again. Give me my knife. They said they fixed the flooding in this between the observatory and a glass or regular corridor. So I want to see. Okay. Ah, good. It's not clipping through anymore. The other day the water it starts outside of both modules and it moves up. So that's been fixed. Okay. As it goes up, will it flood into the corridor? Yes, it did. All right. They're connected finally. Great, great. Looking good so far. Now, will it disappear midway into the observatory like it did before? No, it's still going high. Excellent, excellent. Looking good so far. Now, what will happen when it gets to the top of that one? Okay, that one disappeared, and this one's still going up. We have a new flooding system, so this is what I'm showing you. It deals with water pressure, which is really good. But I wonder. Now that's pretty unique right there. See, it stopped right here because there's a air bubble on top of the dome, so it's keeping the water from going all the way to the top. Nice. That's very good. I like that. They did a great job on it. We do have a problem right here, though. See if I go on the other side. See the crack? That's where. Well, actually, I hit it over there, but it creates a crack. The cracks in the glass are very random. They're very strange how they appear. And really, in any module, if you hit it with a knife. But let's fix this. Oh, it's not giving me. Come on.
All
There it
integrity
goes.
restored. Draining systems initiated.
Okay, let's see how it looks when it drains. It's going down pretty fast too. That's nice. Should be the same as it goes down. Oh, I wonder. Wait, let's go see what happens. Gotta hurry, gotta hurry, gotta hurry. Okay, it's midway. Open the door. Technically, you shouldn't be able to do that, but oh, did you see that? Oh, cool. It flooded down below. It flash flooded out of the room, and then what are you doing in here? How do the fish get in my base? I don't understand this. Every now and then you'll find one floating around. Somehow they clip through the wall. So that was a good test there. You know, opening the door and then the water flash floods out. Really, it would be all over the floor here, but then it went straight down the hole to the bottom. In reality, of course, you would not be able to do that because the water pressure against the door would never allow you to push it open. So there's a little problem there. And if anybody who says in the comments you shouldn't be able to do that, I totally agree. The door should not even be able to open until the flood in both those chambers is totally out. So I have not tested the flooding in here. You want to play around with that? So let's try it out. See what it looks like. Probably need to hold on a second. Can I do one though? Let's test here. I need a bulkhead door right here. Yes. Okay. See that? That's fast build. It's just instantaneous popping up of the item you need. It'll do it with any module and pretty much anything you can build with the builder. Okay, that's closed. That's closed. Did I close the door down below? Yes, I did. All right, let's try this out. See, we do have an issue with these things, these breaches. They appear in some of the weirdest locations. That one actually looks pretty good right there. But then you'll have one up top, like in the middle. Ooh, look at this. We still have an issue with flooding in here. What will happen when it comes up to this floor? Will it float my aquarium? That would be unique. Or the bench. Technically the bench should float once the water reaches this level. I'm not seeing any water though. I did notice that down below. There's no water. There is, that whole area down below is flooded. Yet the water's not showing, so there's an issue with that. Let's see. Yep, see. There's no water. There was a floodplain, but it disappeared. I mean, it's okay, that's 2. Fix that one. Fix the one that's bleeding.
Restored. Draining systems initiated.
Okay. Yeah, draining systems is not showing the water. The cloudy texture of the water is missing in here. But you notice it didn't go up top. That was interesting. I would have thought for sure it would be up and it would flood it up through the hole here and into the next level. There it is. That's what I wanted to see. Click. I think this was reported. Yes, I remember seeing the card on that. Last time I tried this little examination of the flooding, it would create a square right here in the middle of the floor. So, but hey, that was cool. Wanted to see what would happen. I don't think, yeah, the moon pool should not flood, but it's worth trying. What the hell? Let's see. Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. The other night we found out it was pretty much indestructible. So you can't do anything with the moon pool. Now I was reading, let's go ahead and take the sea moth. Put this knife where you can hear it. I was reading on the back end that there's a lot of changes with lighting and textures and whatnot in the caves. So let's go take a look and see what they might have done. What has been done. Actually, I need to go west. It would be nice if you can use the F6 command to hide the sea moth. I have mentioned that in the past. Like you can do when you're swimming around, you can hide your body. You still have the problem with your ultra glide or charge fins showing. You know, when you use the F6 command twice to hide your body in your HUD. Let's see, should be pretty close to an opening here. Once you play this game enough, you pretty much know the layout. Here's one. Now, will I crush though? That's the thing I want to know.
Caution. Passing safe depth.
I think they added the crush depth again. It won't matter if it does destroy. I haven't saved. Oh, you want to come up and play headbutting games, huh? That quick? Shit. Don't see any major changes in here. They have added new rock textures. This might be one of them right there. I've seen them on Trello, but I was in here the other night when I was doing the previous video recording that did not work. And I did not see any changes that happened. So I'm not exactly sure what all was fixed in here. Other than maybe fixing the lights coming through the roof. No, I can still see them coming down, the God rays. So the caves are still cool, but I'm not sure what has been fixed. What the hell? Listen. New music. I don't remember hearing this last time I was in here. I did hear some new music the previous time I took you in here on one of my videos, but I don't remember hearing this one. Huh. Interesting. Put out the soundtrack. Here she is. There she moves. Now, let's see, go south. They've added a lot of loot to the Grand Reef. The Deep Grand Reef. Actually, I need to check this here for you. Let's see, I need east, southwest. Yeah, this should be where I want to go. What's this here? What is this? Oh, this is the drop down. Oop, I'm getting dizzy. This is one of the drop downs to the Deep Grand Reef. But they haven't added the spikes back, and that is disappointing me. If you remember, for a good long time now, we've had the giant lava spikes on the edge of the Grand Reef. I know Michael, the level designer, was making them, redoing them again so they can be destructible, that you can rip them apart with like a terraformer. But I'm surprised that they have not been added back into the environment yet. So I hope that's put back in soon, Michael. I like the spikes. They give an unearthly feel to the environment. The balls here are solid now. See, which is great. You can't swim through them like you could before.
Caution. Passing safe depth.
Well, we'll see if we crush at 200. They've added some texturing to the bell of the membrane tree. If you remember in the past, they were clear. Totally clear. Now they have this, like, translucent, I don't know, almost looks like spider webbing on it in a way, but opaqueness to it, which gives it a little bit more character. They will be, as I think I mentioned before, harvestable in the very near future. Somebody was mentioning that they could have oil in them, which was a pretty good idea. I don't know what you use the oil for, but hey, I'm past 200.
Warning. Maximum depth reached.
Well, let's see
All
if it.
damage imminent.
Let's see if it destroys my sea moth. This is worth a good test. If it gets to a certain point, it'll just throw me right out of it, like it's done in the past. I'm not sure if they've implemented the crush depth back on the sea moth. So, I could find out. Nope. Good. For now, until the hull upgrades for the sea moth are installed into the game, I think you can pretty much go as deep as you want. You'll still get the warnings like you're hearing, but that's all, and I like that. You can travel around, but as you noticed here, we have lots of rocks. Here, I don't want to go down there into the cave where you're hearing the lava zone textures for some lava zone sounds for some reason, because there's nothing really down there. They haven't even put any fish down in the cave yet. All the fish and aquatic life is up here above the zone. But here, I'll show you this. If I can spin around without making you too dizzy. See all the rocks? This place is littered with rocks, and you'll find gold and lithium all over the place. Some of them have silver, so there you can find silver as well over here. It all depends on the particular location. Now there's I'm in the right location. These areas right here, this clear walk-through zone. Let's see where it goes over here. I know it goes up. I don't really like using the CMOS that much because it in videos mainly, because it cuts out so much of the view. That's why I wish I can use an F6 to hide it. Makes it hard for you to see while I'm going around. But these areas are going to be where the sea treaders walk around. They were just added in somewhat recently when they were working on the zone, because when they literally plopped in the new area here, I don't remember, there was a very few of these clear walking zones, but I was told that they were supposed to migrate through here and over to the dunes area. The problem is I have not seen a full-on path yet that'll take them to the dunes, because if you get to the very edge of the west area, the west side of this zone, this biome, it stops the pathway for them to walk on. I love the excuse me, I love the new look of this zone. Ooh, hey, looky, we got black smokers. This is brand new. I did not know about these added in. Awesome. Very cool. Until now, the only black smokers, well, smokers in general, were the ones on the island. There's an issue there, though. Look at that. Should be blocking out that one in the back, but it's you can see the line on the bottom. Not a biggie problem. Very minor. This is nice. Little volcanic activity here. Of course, the lava zone's directly below this area, so that makes sense. It's good to see that they're adding more to the zone. I don't see... I think the walkway was up here. Let me find it here. I'm going to try F6. Nope. Darn it. I think it goes under the Grand Bridge here. The Grand Bridge of the Grand Reef. Oh, little pop-in loading time there. No? Where is it? Oh. Not really sure. Unless they do some hopping. See these clear little spots right here? Maybe they have some isolated ones. I have a feeling you'll find sea treaders over in the dune area as well as over here. So I know, right, like here's a path. This is the main path I remember when they first plopped in this area, this whole upgrade to the zone. This is the one. That one I showed you over there in the bridge, that was not in here. So it was added in like 2 patches later or something like that. But the sea treaders will be migrating through here. But if you follow this path to its ultimate end down here, see, they can't go anywhere else. They can only follow this path. I'm assuming that they're going to continue to work on this. See, it follows this general location, and if you continue this path, it will take you to the dunes. But it dead ends right here. So they're going to have to cut a new path through this zone here, this ground, to get around, to get them to the dunes. Maybe even through there. Because the sparse reef is just not very far from where I'm at right here. It's like straight in that direction where I'm going right now. And there's no way for them to get into the sparse reef. really a big fan of this line here. It's like dunes biome, Grand Reef biome. Very... Oh, what the heck? Look at that. There's a light change when I went from one to the other. Look at that. See, it's bright on this side, dim on this side. That's wild. That terminus line really changes the environment. But this area straight ahead of me takes you... See, when you see the color of the water change to a green tint, you know you're entering the sparse reef. See, there's the creatures. There's the drop down into the caves. Now, they did change this area just a tiny bit by adding some of these mercury crystals into the environment. They glow at night. They're still called the nun crystals. See if you come up to them. Actually, I have to pop out and look at them, but see, it says nun. But they glow all over the place, which is very cool. I like that they've added those in. I'm not sure what their ultimate use for them will be. There is loot in the biome, the dunes biome as well, straight to the west of where I'm at here, but it's so scattered out. There needs to be a lot more. Charlie Cleveland added a lot of loot locations scattered all out throughout the dunes biome, but it's not as it's not as much as the Grand Reef, as I showed you. There's very minimal loot locations. There's a creature.
Warning. Maximum depth reached. All damage imminent.
Guess what? I don't care! Because my sea moth will not die right now. Just like it shouldn't. There's a strange creature that you hear. Here, I'll stop and listen. See if it'll play again. You should hear it in a minute. Sounds like a frog. There. Alright. There needs to be a creature in the game that's associated with that sound. But as I brought you through this zone before, and my...
Maximum depth reached.
Oh, really?
All damage imminent.
Oh. I forgot. Wait a minute. I need some power cells. I did not bring any with me. Click. Okay. From it there, I thought my sea moth finally had died, but it was just the power. But as I was trying to say, this area, as I showed you before, is now
maximum depth reached. All damage imminent.
Boy, that gets annoying fast. Once is enough. This place is completely fleshed out with creatures of all types. You got your bone sharks, sand sharks, spadefish, fish ghouls, Garyfish. There's some eye-eyes. There's one right there. Not sure why there's eye-eyes over here, because they're mainly found in caves. That's why they have such a big eye. They're acclimated for darkness. So it's pretty bright over here, so I'm not sure why you would find them in this zone. Other than that, there's not much else going on in the game. I mean, the main updates that are coming are base related, and of course the Grand Reef update, and the looting and the looting that's going on in the dunes biome. All the players are looting the dunes biome. There's nothing left but sand. Very near future, after this update next week, then they'll be working on probably, and I'm going to say, look at that. See in the distance right there? See it? Wait a minute, let me move over. See that white spot? That's my base. That's because that dark spot under my reticle right there, that's the generic room. The white spot is the observatory. This fog that you see in the environment is not affecting those windows yet, so that's a slight bug that's been reported. It's a little like what's going on in the Cyclops. When you look down at your base, you can see everything within it. The Cyclops window is like an X-ray. Anything that's inside the modules is visible through the Cyclops window. It's a little weird. But as I was trying to say, before I got distracted, the next update after this one will probably be the exosuit. Because they are working, as I mentioned before, on a new room for the Aurora, where you'll find the exosuit fragments and as well as destroyed suits, you know, that just are like sitting on a wall somewhere that you can look at and probably destroy. Play around with them. But the new room will contain everything you need to create the exosuit. But you'll have to use the laser cutter and the repulsion rifle to get into it. Repulsion rifle? Repulsion cannon. So that's about it for now. I'll go back into the base here.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Did you hear that? I know you heard that. It sounded like it had that rubber sound. It was like somebody taking their finger across a balloon and going in there. I don't know what the heck that sound is, but it doesn't work. It doesn't seem logical that you would hear that coming out of the sea moth. I mean, it's sort of like, I guess, getting up out of the seat of the sea moth when it's wet or something, I guess. Nonetheless, that's basically what's been going on in the game, and it'll be fun for everyone. It'll be fun for everyone when that comes out next week. All the new modules, all the fun that you're gonna have creating your crazy bases with your stacked generic modules and observatories and things. Oh, you can. Here, let me show you real quick. You can put observatories off the generic module, and when you do so, it creates a if I can get it to work. What's going on here? Hold on, I think I gotta be a certain distance. Hey, what's going on? Usually it'll create a corridor right to it. Oh, there it went. Oh, what? Why does it want to replace a window? Hold on the phone. Let me put my window back here. Come on. Give me my window. Okay, this thing's getting wonky. See, there's some strange bugs going on. I thought they fixed this issue. Usually you gotta be at a certain distance to be able to do anything. Something is going on with this particular panel. It's not letting me do anything to it. Oh well. I'll show you on this one then. There. There you go. That's what an observatory looks like. And it's off your generic room. Which is pretty cool. Actually, I think I might leave that there. Well, I haven't saved my game. I'll probably come back and put one of those back in that spot. That's nice. I like that. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Creates a cool shadow on the ground too. I haven't tested to see if your shadow shows, but the problem is you can't. I don't think you can see your shadow below it, can you? Yes. What about if I swim over it? Yeah, I can see my shadow down there. Haha! Cool. But, well, somebody was saying there was a problem with the constructor. Let's find out. Climb. Nope, not having any problems with it. Geronimo! A splash? Oh, wait. Yes, there is. Look at that. This issue is so random. Every now and then this will happen. They'll just suddenly start clipping through the base or they'll come halfway down. The only way to fix it is to... Come on. There's a tiny little spot right there. Got it. Just to pick it up and then let it go. Let's see if what happens. Oops. Really? I found a bug. Oh, that's funny. So if you pick it up and then drop it from the menu, don't put it in your quick launch bar, this happens. Well, that's funny. Okay. I'll have to make an... Let's see if I can pick it back up again. If I can get up close enough. Right. It's so hard to get this one spot. You have to be standing on it most of the time. Oh, there. See, if you stand on it, then you can pick it up. Oh, man. That thing launches you. Now, let's put it back in 1. Now let it drop. Yeah, see, now they're back to normal. That's how you fix that type of bug normally. You just pick it up, put it in your quick launch slot, and then drop it again. Then it goes back to normal. But it's such a strange random bug. It's hard to replicate it because you never know when it's going to happen. So, it's been reported, but it's an old one. Alright, well, I'll go up top here. And I'll leave you with a view of the aurora. If I can get over this. And I'll see you in the next Subnautica video when we have more updates to show. Take care.